Hello everyone, welcome to the channel AI Talks Daily. I'm your host David Honig, and today I have a very troubling story about our current events. As you have seen in our news, the Maui wildfires just devastating. On top of that, we have whales washing up on our shores dead on a daily basis. And we have waters warming around Florida. What does this all mean for us? Watch to the end of the video so you can find out how all these events are connected and what you can do to take action.
Welcome to AI Talks Daily.
In today's episode, we are delving into a spectrum of global issues, starting with the whales washing ashore on the U.S. East Coast. Then, there is the devastating wildfires in Maui. Also, we have alarmingly warm waters in Florida and coral bleaching events, plus the smoke billowing from Canadian fires as the world's population surges past 8 billion. No one can deny these events are happening. These events are not happening by chance as some would like you to believe. Unfortunately, some are even making it political. But our brightest scientists who are researching the matter have confirmed climate change is due to human activity. What we are seeing all around us is not typical cycles of the Earth. While these events are usually addressed as separate topics, we will uncover how they are all deeply related and interconnected, forming a larger, more urgent narrative. Failing or denying to recognize these connections now could leave us looking back with regret, wondering how we missed such clear warning signs. Ignoring or simply hoping will not make the problem go away. If you are new to the channel, AI Talks Daily is all about leveraging AI as a tool to get to the truth on current events as well as popular topics, and to show you that AI is not something to be feared. Today, we will untangle an intricate and global story. It's about the intricate dance between human activity, escalating climate change, and its multifaceted effects on our environment. We're using AI to piece this puzzle together, so buckle up for an insightful journey. We get our news and news snippets, sound bites, presented by mainstream media. As a result, it's not surprising that many fail to grasp what's really going on. Yet, when these fragments are pieced together, the information confirms that intuition, deep in your gut, that something is not right, and we're on a course towards catastrophe. You don't sense it? You don't feel it in your gut that something is wrong? Through the assistance of AI, we have the potential to sort out the truth from falsehood and unravel the numerous factors contributing to global issues. It is critical that we align on the facts so we can take action quickly and not delay due to distracting disinformation. This way, we can make the necessary changes for a favorable and sustainable future. No one wants climate change to be true, especially me, so don't hate on the messenger. With that, I will let AI tell the story and present the facts.
If you are getting value, please take action. Like and subscribe so the YouTube will push our video and help others get educated. It really helps our small channel. Thank you. Now back to the episode, starting on a somber note along the NYNJ coastlines, where recent events have brought a disturbing trend sharply into focus. In 2023 alone, dozens of whales and dolphins have washed ashore in New York and New Jersey.
Among these incidents were a dead humpback whale found on the Jersey shore on August 12, 2023, and a 5-year-old male humpback whale, over 35 feet long, that washed ashore at Smith Point County Park on August 11, 2023. While suspicions arose regarding potential impacts of sonar mapping activities associated with offshore wind farm developments, the NJDEP has not found evidence linking offshore wind energy projects to these tragic whale deaths. Instead, climate change, driven largely by the burning of fossil fuels, is emerging as a more plausible cause of these alarming patterns. As the marine ecosystem is disrupted, whales may be altering their behaviors, moving closer to shore in search of food.
This shift places them at a higher risk of being struck by the increasing maritime traffic, as ports have recorded a 27% jump in cargo volume since 2019.
This surge is largely driven by our booming population growth and intensified online shopping habits. This complex situation, unfolding before our eyes, highlights the unforeseen and wide-reaching consequences of human activity on vulnerable marine populations. Then there's Maui and the broader North American landscape, where fires are rewriting the rules. Maui recently mourned 99 lives due to rampant wildfires, a disaster that's become all too common across North America. The traditional spring to fall wildfire season. That's history. Fires are now a year-round concern. NOAA is underscoring climate change, especially the uptick in heat, enduring droughts, and an increasingly parched atmosphere, as a critical amplifier of these wildfire risks, particularly in the western U.S. The infernos we're witnessing are fueled by a complex mix of temperature, humidity, and moisture, each a puppet on the strings of our shifting climate. During a briefing, Gavin Schmidt of NASA highlighted local factors that may have contributed to the fires, such as a regional dry spell and non-native grasses, and underscored the potential role of climate change as a threat multiplier for wildfires. The briefing, which came as recent data showed this year's July to be the hottest month in 174 years of recorded history, concluded with a call to action from NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, who emphasized the urgent need for decisive action to address the escalating climate crisis and protect the planet. He also commented, "Let's take this seriously. Mother Nature is communicating a clear warning to us. We must take action immediately to preserve our planet before time runs out."
Now, let's pivot our focus up north, to Canada, another front line in the battle against wildfires. Historically, North America's wildfire season spanned spring to fall, but the influence of climate change has made this timeframe less predictable. As of 2022, the CDP tracks wildfires throughout the entire calendar year across Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration attributes the amplified risk and extent of wildfires, particularly in the western U.S., to climate-induced factors like heightened temperatures, prolonged droughts, and an arid atmosphere. Last year alone, Canada grappled with one of its most ferocious wildfire seasons on record. And it's not isolated to Canada. We're seeing this across North America, a terrifying new reality that's ripping across the landscape. Climate change is the persistent drumbeat behind this phenomenon, lengthening the fire season and intensifying the flames. Recent data shows increased frequency and severity of fires in Canada, often attributed to higher temperatures and prolonged dry spells, direct repercussions of a warming climate. A poignant example is the British Columbia fires, a nightmarish blaze that painted the skies red and forced tens of thousands from their homes. In fact, such fires are now burning hotter and moving faster than any models had previously predicted, turning vast areas of North American forests into ashes and affecting air quality far beyond the immediate vicinity of the fires. Consider this: the smoke from these fires doesn't just cloud the skies of nearby towns or cities. It travels, crossing borders and oceans, affecting air quality thousands of miles away. We're reminded, yet again, that in the face of climate change, national borders are porous, and we are deeply interconnected. It's a stark reminder that climate change isn't an abstract or distant threat. It's here, it's now, and it's scorching across our very own backyards. And it isn't just the flames we need to worry about. Consider Florida's oceanic heat wave. Temperatures in the Florida Keys reached a nearly unbelievable 101.19 F, 38.43 C, threatening to set global records. Beyond being numbers on a thermometer, this heat is an existential threat to marine ecosystems and human communities alike, particularly those whose bread and butter are tied to the ocean. We're talking compromised fishing yields, turbocharged storms, and bleaching the dying coral reefs. Our analysis: what's the common thread? Here is where AI comes into play as a profound tool for us. It allows us to map out these interwoven variables, spotlighting how a decision or event in one part of the world reverberates globally. For example, our consumer choices, say our affinity for online shopping, are indirectly fueling busy shipping lanes that might be disrupting marine life. It reveals how our love for convenient, fast, and cheap goods could have far-reaching consequences that we might not immediately perceive. Our planet is under an alarming amount of stress. As cargo ships potentially turn into threats for whales, wildfires, intensified by a changing climate, are scarring our landscapes, and soaring ocean temperatures are making waves that we can't afford to ignore. These aren't isolated incidents. They are pieces of a global and daunting puzzle. Our very ways of life, amplified by climate change, are reverberating back to us as stark, life-altering consequences, demanding sustainable action. Closing note. This brings us back to a vital question. How do we balance human progress and well-being with the health of our planet? It's a tightrope walk between development, social justice, and environmental integrity. How can we fashion policies that don't just respond to disasters, but preemptively build a more resilient, equitable world? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but they're questions that we, as a global community, must grapple with urgently. AI, as our analytical tool here, empowers us to sift through these complex, interconnected layers with an objectivity and breadth that is humanly challenging. It's like a compass pointing us toward the root of our challenges, helping us envision holistic solutions, not just band-aids. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. What changes are you willing to make, and what solutions do you think could harmonize our coexistence with Earth's other inhabitants? Can technology, especially AI, be a part of our toolkit for creating a sustainable future? Thanks again for diving deep with me today. Remember to like this video if you found it insightful, share it with others, and hit that subscribe button for more comprehensive explorations. Stay engaged, stay critical, and let's shape a more conscious future together. Cheers, until our next deep dive.